Welcome back to Imuna and Exertion. I'm your host, Gabrielle Naomi. And I know this may look a little different to you guys than normal. However, today's conversation, it's going to stretch you. Because as you can see, as the title of this video, we're diving into a book that most churches don't want to talk about or teach. If you have not already seen my previous video where I talk about the book of Enoch, we are diving in a little bit more deeper with the book of Enoch. Now, before you click off, hear me out. Because what if the banned book holds one of your business assignments? What if your work, your coaching, your creative, your services were never just meant to build a brand, but it's about fulfilling a spiritual assignment? What if Enoch's life is a blueprint of what it's like building with Yah in obedience and authority? What if it reveals how you connect with the spiritual realm? We're going there, so let's talk about it. So who was really Enoch? That's the question. Who was he? Like I mentioned in the previous video, we're going to lay some foundation because it goes back to Genesis, right? In Genesis 5, it literally says that Enoch was walking with Yah and then he was no more. So that when a question just like that, there's no explanation, no death, just like that, like just gone. And if you think about it, that line alone fascinated scholars and seekers for generations. But his story didn't even end there. Enoch was more than just a mystery man. He was a righteous scholar. He was a messenger in between heaven and earth. He was also a prophetic voice to generations with nothing but correction. And honestly, a kingdom strategist. If we really want to call it what it is. He wasn't working in the temple. He was moving in the spirit. He was writing. He was warning. He was receiving downloads. Basically, the original faith-based entrepreneur. So here's my question for you. Could Yah be calling you to operate like Enoch, to carry a divine strategy in a world full of noise and distraction? Let me know in the comments down below if that's you. And here's another thing. In the book of Enoch, there's a group called the Watchers. These were the fallen angels that came down, teaching all humans all types of things, but not all of it was good. They introduced sorcery, they introduced weapon making, they introduced seduction, and even used knowledge to corrupt the earth. Sounding more familiar, right? We live in a time where influence is bought, truth is distorted, and businesses are just driven by greed or manipulation. That's where you get the scams. That's where you get the buy this and you'll get this type of result. But what if your business was meant to push against that? What if your service, your brand, your offer is some sort of form of divine justice? Yah is raising up a remnant, creatives, coaches, marketers, ministry leaders, people who will use their platform to reflect righteousness. It's not just about making money. It's about restoring order. So then we ask the question, how does this all tie down to business? How does this tie to business? In Enoch's writings, we see in the theme where Yah gives knowledge with responsibility. He doesn't reveal things just for the sake of insight. He does it so you can steward it well. He is doing it so he can reveal this in you because you are going to be stewarding something with your business, with your platform. If you've ever felt like you've had a download, an idea, or a strategy to where you feel like it was just too much for at the level you're at or the level you're in, it might be a heavenly deposit, a scroll of sorts. And that is to help you not see your business as a side hustle, a hobby, or just a career, but it literally is needing to run and will run as a prophetic function. It's an assignment that could challenge spiritual disorder. It could also be Yah reveals nature through your workflow. It can also be where it invites like the client or customer to where an encounter they didn't have or they didn't receive, even if you're not even saying Yahweh's name, saying Jesus Christ's name out loud. It won't even be because of that. These are the 4 ways that I recommend moving forward, how we can use this so we can start moving like Enoch in business. Number 1 is to consecrate your process. Okay, do not skip this. You don't want to skip this. Before you launch, sell, or scale, you want to ask this question. Is this from you, or is this just a good idea? For example, the Watchers, they moved forward without permission. They just did it. But Enoch, he waited for revelation. And number 2, study righteous order. Even the angels were operating in structure and honor. And number 3, document what you receive. That is, sometimes I question how people do get revelations, or they do receive from Holy Spirit, Ruach, but they don't write it down, or they don't document. I can't even move forward without doing that, because I document everything. I'm telling you from experience, documenting everything is going to just be nothing but proof of your divine walk and call with your business. Write down your downloads, your client wins, your systems. This becomes your scroll. Maybe your next ebook, or your next program, or your next teaching. Who knows what Yah would use that for, because you're documenting it and you can use that. Number 4, use your voice for righteousness. Enoch did not stay silent. He did not stay silent. And neither should you, because I'm not. Let your brand reflect truth, even if it costs you. And I'm saying from experience that with what I believe and Yah's calling me to do, it has cost a lot of work, money, or a lot of opportunities, but in the end, it's just a reminder of that wasn't even for you in the first place. That's why it didn't happen, because of what you're doing. But again, this might also mean walking away from certain opportunities, walking away from manipulative partnerships, pricing with integrity, or just putting people before platforms. So your ethics are powerful, period. I leave this with you, that Enoch was not just a character in the Bible. He is literally a template, right? He shows us what it's like to carry out kingdom revelation and respond in obedience, because maybe that is what your business is really about, but it's also not just reaching goals or success, but revealing glory. I want you to leave a comment in the comment section below answering this question. What's one area in your business that you're ready to consecrate? And if you're serious about building a business that reflects the kingdom, not just culture, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with another kingdom builder. We're not just creating content, we're restoring altars through every offer, through every word, through every assignment. Till next time, stay righteous, stay bold, stay obedient, stay ready to build for the kingdom. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Shalom.